Welcome to another day in the Matrix. Waters above crypto. We're all getting a big red pill today. The waters above wolves have been preparing for this moment for weeks now, and these are the moments to really pay attention for final accumulations before new highs for all the cryptocurrencies. The analysis we've been doing here, we've been providing here on this channel, has been coming to fruition week after week, and it's great to see so many people who are in my mastermind course sending me messages thanking me about my calls on this market and how it saved them from buying into pumps and just being more patient for incoming discounts before the next leg up in this bull run. It really makes my day reading those messages. I appreciate all of you. So if you're new here, we do cryptocurrency technical analysis and combine it with the esoteric science of Gematria, Numerology, and Astrology to understand these markets. If you haven't already subscribed and you like what we're doing here, feel free to subscribe. Give this video a like and share this channel with other conscious people to help grow this community. And for those of you who want to learn how to do technical analysis and combine it with Gematria, you can join my mastermind course. There's a promo code in the pinned comment with instructions to get lifetime access to the course with a discount. My email's in the description box to get in contact with me for access to the course. And for those of you that have been waiting to join the Patreon, month of May has officially started. This is just a friendly reminder. The Mastermind Community Insiders group has now grown to over 100 members, and it's where you can get updated when I'm making plays in the market. And even last night, I sent out a last-minute update at like 10 p.m. I was about to go to sleep, and I let everyone know about this incoming dip around when Bitcoin was at 57,000 and XRP was sitting around $1.55. And now it's currently around $1.30 and approaching the downside targets I've been talking about on this channel for over a week. And with that being said, let's take the red pill. So, this is playing out beautifully. As we've been going over the past week or so, we've been seeing lots of green, lots of green, lots of green, and I've been telling everyone, be patient, because this market likes to mess with people. And we've been using a very basic approach here, which is called Wyckoff. And with Wyckoff method, something I teach in my mastermind course, by the way, you can be able to determine after a very nice sell-off to the downside, you typically get this automatic reaction. So we had what is called right here a buying climax leading to a selling climax, and then you have this exuberant buyback called an automatic rally or automatic reaction, and then it typically likes to backtest these lower levels. And as you can see right now where Bitcoin's trading at, if I don't put any indicators on the chart, you see that it's just back at this previous area of support where it was here, 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 and then this green candle pop up, and then now we're just getting this Bart Simpson pattern. If I was to look on the 4-hour, you'd be able to see what I mean. And this will most likely turn into something called a head and shoulders pattern. And if people don't care about Bitcoin analysis, I'm sorry to break your hearts, but what I'm talking about right now will affect every single altcoin. So get your emotion out of this. If you're an XRP holder, your Chainlink, it doesn't matter. If Bitcoin goes down, everything will go down. Just remember I said that. I've been saying that for months now, and every single time it happens, it brings the alts down double, maybe even triple the amount that Bitcoin's down. So we can actually see a next shoulder form right here. It would look something like this. And let me just hide all these indicators. And you'll see a left shoulder right here, head, right shoulder. And we'll probably be getting support around this $51,000 level right here. But there's potential for, even more downside. You could essentially draw a neckline, something like this, and then you could be drawing from the head, which was the top of that 618 down, and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. The measured move would be putting you basically right around this cluster of trading, around $49,000. And if Bitcoin wants to move to 49,000, what do you think is going to happen to XRP? It's going to bring it right back down. So this analysis on Bitcoin is very crucial for everyone. And now let's look at play-by-play, right? One of the things that I was using along with Wyckoff method, what I was telling everyone, after these sharp sell-offs, we typically have a quick buyback. And this buyback likes to come into the golden pocket. And if you get rejected at the bottom of the golden pocket, that's a sign of weakness, and that's a sign that this market isn't quite ready yet. And what we're seeing now is a support being held on the 382. This can hold today, but if let's just say we get a daily closure tonight below this 382, I would expect a wicks down to this 236. And the 236, like I mentioned in yesterday's video, is the ultimate area for support. It looks something like this. Maybe even a wick down like that, maybe even 2 wicks down, and then you would call these supply tests. And every single supply test is basically the whales just testing the market, testing the hands of the market. And as Bitcoin's become a lot more illiquid, it doesn't have as much of a drastic pullback as some of these other cryptos can have. Hence why when Bitcoin's down 6%, you'll see something like XRP down 12%, you know? This kind of is just what happens. So it was really nice to see how last week went. Of course, it was really great to see all that green. But again, how was I acting on this channel? I was trying to get everyone to be down to earth. These pullbacks happen after these really quick automatic reactions. And these automatic reactions are great if you're like a swing trader. But again, there's a lot more money being lost in trading during a bull run than there's money being made just holding and buying dips. So I had a couple of people chatting yesterday about the Ethereum decode and how it came in the day that it happened. And what people need to understand is that I'm not here to be giving people trading advice. I don't buy and sell spot. I'm not interested in that. I am an investor, not a gambler. And I don't like giving 22% of the hard-earned cash that I've gotten in this market to the tax man. So I don't use decodes to buy and then sell and then get back in, and then that's insane. We're in a bull run. It doesn't, like, this isn't Gematria effect news. I'm sorry guys, but like I'm just going to tell you that right now. Like, that's not what this channel is about. I'm teaching you technical analysis and how to combine Gematria with everything. And that's not that's not anything negative to what Zach's doing. It's just a lot of people have been coming to my channel from his work, and they're expecting the same thing. And I just don't really, I'm not interested in that. I'm looking for generational wealth. I'm looking for something that's going to be part of the future. And whoever wins a UFC fight, congratulations, you made some money on that, but that kind of shit isn't going to be around forever. It'll be like 2 robots in an octagon cage fighting each other. Have fun betting on that. Anyways, back to reality. So what I'm seeing right here is this 382. It's definitely going to hold support. Why? Because look at right here. This wick, this wick, this wick were holding support. And then when we got back above it, it became a flipped support again. So this quick little V-shaped recovery thing is very indicative of a selling climax. And it's also very indicative of something called a spring. So with the spring, you'd see something like this, where like we start to look like we're doing all right, and then boom, like a big move to the downside again, which is very similar to what this looked like. And then that's the best buying opportunity before further move to the upside. That would be a classic Wyckoff schematic. And for anyone who doesn't know about Wyckoff method, again, I teach it thoroughly in my course. It's one of my favorite things to do in regards to TA because it focuses on horizontal trading ranges. And horizontal trading ranges are a lot more important than these pattern trading things. Pattern trading is nice and all, but at the end of the day, it's difficult in a bull run because even bearish leaning patterns can break bullish, you know, and that's something that I've talked about also quite a bit. I'm not going to do too much TA more on Bitcoin, but the only thing I do want to say is this 3-day, if I hide everything and then just bring up the EMAs, the 3-day is most likely going to gravitate down to this 50,300 in the event that we close this candle below the 21. So this orange line is the 21, and in the event that we close below the 21, we're probably going to start heading down to that 34. This red moving average. That 34 will be a very strong support, and we could even get wicks down all the way to this 47. And that's when we would pay attention to the 21 on the weekly. So this 13, which is sitting at the 51,000s, is in alignment with what we were talking about earlier, which is our fib sitting at this level, the 51,200 level. So we have the 236 at the 51 level, and then we have the weekly 13 EMA sitting exactly at that, as you can see, this blue EMA. This is giving me a lot of good feelings that even if we do break below this, it's probably going to be a wick down, maybe as low as the 21 EMA, and then it would get bought back up. That's like the most bearish scenario I could possibly think of. But again, I'm just a contrarian, and I'm letting you guys know all the opportunities here. It's very possible. Anything's possible in a bull run, especially with crypto. Crypto is very volatile. So again, when we sold off fast and we started moving back up and all I was talking about was a pullback to come, it's because I don't want to buy into pumps. I want to buy after I've seen signs of weakness and I get back tests of previous levels to confirm support. That is how you use technical analysis. Technical analysis isn't about, oh, we're breaking a new high, let's buy in. Because if you did that with Bitcoin, you'd be making incremental gains on every time you broke out to a new high. The same thing in regards to Ethereum. Ethereum could pull back right now a solid, like, maybe $800 from where it's at right now and still be bullish. But again, for people who are trying to trade in and out of this with leverage, especially, this is where you get fleeced. The worst thing to do. One quick last thing before we head into the XRP analysis is this cross right here. Remember I was telling you about this bearish cross of the 8 below the 55? This is a sign that there's room to the downside and sideways. And you see right here, we almost started to see the cross coming in, but now this yellow is starting to flatline. With today's daily closure, we're probably going to bring this cross further from occurring, and that would give us those lower tests. If a miracle happens and out of nowhere we just get bought back up tomorrow above this 55 EMA, literally tomorrow on the 5-5 date numerology, we can see this whole market reverse. So just take that into consideration. Anything is possible. Buy the dip. This isn't financial advice. Let's move on to XRP. So with XRP, again, we were using this chart right here, which we planned out last week, and I brought up explicitly in this analysis that on the automatic rally, we could come up as high as the 786 and get rejected from the golden pocket. What happened? We came up perfectly into the golden pocket, rejected, and now we're back below it. And you're going to see if we get a daily closure below this 8, this yellow moving average, that's a sign of weakness. And you can start heading down to where? The 236. So this $1.12 XRP is very likely. Again, we could find support on the 382. Pretty much you want to start paying attention below the 382, leading into the 236, and then anything below that, you're looking for this 55 EMA. The 55 EMA on the daily is a textbook target to catch as a wick to the downside. So this is sitting at 97 cents. Again, I've told people there's opportunities for 86 cents and even as low as 76 cents. As we trade in these $1.40 ranges, that's going to diminish. That's going to become less of a possibility, but it is still a possibility. And again, in the videos last week, when I made this prediction of the breakout target, I was saying that as we move into this red box, we could still see that W breakout, that move to the downside, and then the breakout to be around the 14th or 15th of May, because 14 and 15 are numbers that come up quite a bit using Gematria with XRP. So this is kind of the play. It's actually going exactly how we intended it to, and it's really nice to be seeing this back test of the 382. And I would ultimately be very, very excited to see the 236. Again, I'm not buying any XRP at this time. I've bought all my XRP below 20 cents. So I'm kind of just, doing this because I know that a lot of you guys are XRP holders. And for me, I'm always looking for the big swings as a trader. I do trade. But again, I have the experience and I'm not telling anyone to be trading. But you best believe when I see these moves to the downside, I'm getting in longs because I know what's possible to the upside. The same thing goes when I see these rejections in the golden pocket. I anticipate. I do exactly with my trades as I go over my analysis in my YouTube videos. Some people call that is that talking the walk or whatever. Anyways, just a joke. But so this is kind of like the final moment for XRP. This is one of those final last supply tests to the downside before we start seeing those moves where we get closures above the 786 and then we move to the upside. This is textbook. This whole move that we're seeing right now is absolutely textbook. And for those people that have no XRP, obviously you would want to start accumulation sooner than later because anything could happen. Again, tomorrow we could just get an extremely insane buyback like we've seen right here. You see this big red followed by a green, which brings you to a continuation pattern. That's possible tomorrow. So I don't keep anything out in the realm of possibilities, especially in the month of May, as we are in the zodiac of Taurus, the bull. I've been saying this quite often. This 18th week of the year, which is the start of this box territory, moving into the 20th week of the year, I see to be full of shakeouts, but ultimately new upside. And it's going exactly how we intended. So downside targets would be your 236. Of course, the way we got the 236 is by taking a Fibonacci retracement tool from the all-time high down to this swing low right here. And then you're able to get your Fibonacci retracement and know where your 786 to 618 is, which is the golden pocket, and then your main support being the 236 in regards to pullbacks after failure of the golden pocket, and then your upside would be the golden ratio, which is the $2.63 level, or the $1 or the 1618 golden ratio of Fibonacci. So that's really about it for this analysis. Again, as Bitcoin drains out, it will bring down the altcoins. The last thing I could possibly add for this video would be the Bitcoin dominance, which continues to slide. And I've told everyone in this scenario, I know there's some divergences going on like the 4-hour and etc. But one thing that I can say is if I hide everything and just bring up volume, this is one thing I'm really interested in. Look at the volume supply that's come in into Bitcoin dominance as of lately. It's increasing. And I think that's also really interesting that there's some liquidity shifting around right now and we're in these like final moments. And I don't know where this could bottom out. It keeps falling, and the only thing you could really do is go to like a weekly chart and then go to where this previous level is right here. Let me hide everything. Okay, so you see right here the way that this is looking. Let me move it like that. So this is showing me that we've failed this level right here, which should have been a confirmed support. It wasn't. Now we're falling through it. And this thing can literally go as low as like the 42s, 41. And if that continues to happen, this market's going to restructure. So something to keep in mind with. And that's why this is like those final moments for altcoin accumulation. And also the NASDAQ today is just melting. So this is, there's definitely something going on right now in the traditional markets. Whilst the NASDAQ and the S&P have seen some downside, dollars up, precious metals are basically giving back all the gains that they were getting from yesterday. And these cryptos are clearly back testing some of the lower levels in the trading range. So this is just buying opportunities, guys. Again, you can be greedy and wait for the absolute lowest levels, or you can just start dollar cost averaging in, take your buyout amount and break it down 10 times into 10 smaller amounts, meaning if you have $1,000, break that down 10 times, and then just buy every single red day you see. This isn't financial advice, this is education, but it's just the strategy. So anyways, I hope this video has been informative for everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day in the Matrix and enjoy the blood in the streets, wolves. Much love.